tous, j'espère que vous allez bien et bienvenue sur notre chaîne. Aujourd'hui, nous allons apprendre les articles indéfinis. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's a pleasure to see you again today. I hope that you all are fine. Today we are going to learn about the indefinite articles. So I'm going to divide this lesson in three parts. In the first part, I'm going to teach you the use of the indefinite articles, when to use it. And in the second part, I'm going to give you some examples. And in the third part, which is the most important part of this lesson, I'm going to give you some notes how will you use this article in negative sentence, right? So the most important part of this lesson is at the end of this video. Don't leave the video in between. Watch it till the end. You are going to improve your grammar skill today. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to teach you when to use the indefinite article. So we use the indefinite article when we talk about something non-specific. I mean one of many, right? We use it also when we talk about something which is unknown. We use it also when we talk about a countable noun, and we use it also when we talk about something for the first time. I'm going to give you an example after, but let me tell you first that what are the indefinite articles if we compare with English. So in English it's very easy. We have only a or an. We use a or an for singular. We have in French three indefinite articles which are un, une, des. Un, which is used for masculine singular noun. Une, which is used for feminine singular noun. And des, which is used for feminine or masculine plural noun. Right? Okay, so let me show you how we are going to use these articles. For an example, un. The article un, how you are going to use it. Un is used for masculine singular, as I told you. So I'm giving you a few examples here. Un chat, which means a cat. Un chat, which means a cat. Why I didn't say le chat as in definite article? Because here I'm talking about a non-specific cat, right? Un employé. Un employé. Un employé, which means a male staff, a male employee. Un employé, which means a male employee. Un client. Un client, which means a client. Un ami, which means a friend. One more example. Un camarade, that means also a friend. Un camarade, which means also a male friend. Un voisin, which means a neighbor. Un roi, which means a king. Right. So now we are going to see the article une. As I told you that une is used for feminine singular noun. So let's see some example. If you watch my previous video, then you must know that I was teaching that how can you recognize that which noun are feminine and which noun are masculine. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat it again in this lesson. I'm going to give you the link of my previous video in the description box, so you can see there all the tips and tricks that how to recognize whether a noun is masculine or feminine. So let's see a few examples for the article une. Une cliente. une cliente, a female client, right? Une cliente, a female client. Une voisine, a female neighbor. Une amie, une amie. Is at the end, but that is silent. Une amie, which means a female friend. Une employée, une employée. Look at the spelling, there is double E, right? When we use it for masculine noun, then there is single E only there. But now as we use it for feminine, then we add another E at the end. Une employée, right? Une reine, une reine. A queen, the feminine form of a king, un roi, right? Une camarade, a female friend. The spelling don't change here, it is same as the spelling of masculine one, right? So now let's see how to use they. As I told you that they is used for plural form, so how we are going to use it? Let's see some example. Des clients, des clients. You add an S at the end. You add an S at the end. Des amis, or des amies, right? As I told you, the whatever is E at the end will be silent here, but in spelling you can see that is written written at the end. So for plural, either you write AMIS for only male friends and AMIES for female friends only, des amis, all right? And des employés, you add an S at the end, okay? I give you some other example also, not related to the previous one. You can say also des fleurs, flowers, des oiseaux, birds, des oiseaux. Pay attention here, I say des oiseaux because O is a vowel here. I pronounce it together, des oiseaux, I pronounce it together. J'utilise une liaison. I'm giving you some sentence which will help you to understand better the difference in between definite and indefinite article. For an example, je voudrais acheter des fruits et légumes. Je voudrais acheter des fruits et légumes. I use here des fruits et légumes. Des fruits, why? Because these are non-specific fruits, right? So I use the indefinite article here. J'ai vu une voiture dans le garage. J'ai vu une voiture dans le garage. Why I use here une voiture? Because I don't know whose car is that. So I say I saw a car in the garage. So I use here the indefinite article. If I know that whose car is that, then I will use the definite article, which is la voiture. Because I don't know anything about it, so I use une. Another example, mon frère a un chat et un chien. As I told you that we use also the indefinite article for countable nouns, so I use this example here to show that. Mon frère a un chat et un chien. My brother have one cat and one dog. That is countable noun, so I use the indefinite article here. Un chat et un chien. My brother have one cat and one dog, right? So here we are. Here is the most important part of our video. Please note that the article un and une and des becomes deux when you use it in negative sentence. For an example, I'm going to give you some example here which will help you to understand it better. For an example, j'ai un chat. I have a cat. J'ai un chat. When you change it into negative sentence, then what you say? Here we have the verb to have. J'ai. J'ai un chat. I have a cat, right? We have the verb to have here. So when you use the negative sentence, then you use ne pas, right? So now, how will you change this sentence into negative form? Je n'ai pas de chat. Je n'ai pas de chat. I don't have a cat. Je n'ai pas de chat. Right? I repeat again. J'ai un chat, which means I have a cat. And when you change it into negative form, then you say je n'ai pas de chat. Un becomes deux. Je n'ai pas de chat, right? Now we are going to see the article une. For an example, j'ai vu une voiture dans la rue. J'ai vu une voiture dans la rue. I saw a car on the road, right? How will you change this sentence into negative form now? You say, je n'ai pas vu de voiture dans la rue. Je n'ai pas vu de voiture dans la rue. Une becomes deux now when you use it in a negative sentence, right? So now let's see the article des. Ma mère a acheté des fruits pour le dessert. Ma mère a acheté des fruits pour le dessert, right? Now, how will you change it into negative sentence? As I told you that they becomes de, now it will become ma mère n'a pas acheté de fruits pour le dessert. Ma mère n'a pas acheté de fruits pour le dessert. Alright? So, be careful. They can become apostrophe D in the case of a noun which starts with a vowel. I repeat, be careful that the article des can become apostrophe D in the case of a noun which starts with a vowel. For an example, il y a des oiseaux dans l'arbre. Il y a des oiseaux dans l'arbre. There are birds on the tree. How it will be when you use it in negative sentence? Il n'y a pas d'oiseaux dans l'arbre. Il n'y a pas d'oiseaux dans l'arbre. Here you use the apostrophe D because the noun which is oiseau starts with the vowel O, right? So now it becomes d'oiseau, apostrophe D, des apostrophes, okay? I repeat again. Il y a des oiseaux dans l'arbre. Il n'y a pas d'oiseaux dans l'arbre. Here you use the apostrophe D because the noun starts with a vowel. Alright? And one more thing, the article des becomes de when the noun is preceded by an adjective. For an example, I give you one sentence here. J'ai acheté des vêtements. J'ai acheté des vêtements. So if I want to say that I purchased some beautiful clothes, I use the adjective beautiful here. So now how the sentence will become? J'ai acheté de beaux vêtements. J'ai acheté de beaux vêtements. I will not say j'ai acheté des beaux vêtements because there is adjective beau, which means beautiful. So when the noun is preceded by an adjective, then des also becomes de. I repeat again. J'ai acheté des vêtements. It will become j'ai acheté de beaux vêtements. Alright, when you add an adjective before the noun, then it becomes, the article des becomes de. Alright, so I hope that this video was helpful for you and I hope to see you in my next video. For the time being, see you, bye bye, au revoir et à très bientôt.